All right, here we go. It is February 15th, and I just realized I forgot to send out the call reminder for this call. So I want to show you guys how easy this is. I can go into Kartra under Communications and the Broadcast tab, and I can literally clone last week's call. So I just hit the clone. I'm going to change the name here to 15. Hit the clone button. And this is how you guys get the weekly calls here. So I'm going through my email address. Here's all the people that are going to get it. Here is the call. I'm just going to change this to starting now. I don't need the favor reminder there. That was a one-shot deal. Next. No automations. Send now, and out she goes. So it's literally that easy to communicate with your list. It might take you a little longer if you hadn't had an email to clone, but it was pretty simple stuff. Pretty basic stuff. So anyway, for those that didn't get the link, well, they're not on here, but it's on the way. I just got like 2 text messages. Where's the link? So now you have the answer. Link is in process. Now, last week we talked about doing affiliate stuff, going over, affiliate. And what I realized, I've got this notice a couple of times now, and I'm going to have to start being more careful about what we share in our screen shares here, because when personal information, YouTube is somehow flagging that, and they don't want you publishing other people's information. So I can't really take you guys live into my Kartra account and show you, like, the inner workings, the affiliates, all that kind of stuff. So what I might do is I might just do like and I'm going to do this anyway, because I have a lot of people that want to affiliate and promote my stuff. They want to promote Acquisition Air. They want to promote this call, all that stuff. I give away a lot of money every month to people that promote me. So, anybody that wants to get in on that, I will do a like a private training, and I'll put a Kartra video up. So it's not on YouTube. It'll be a private Kartra video, and then I'll make that available to you guys in the members area. So we can do that. I can show you some of the basic stuff though, like the affiliate page that I set up. I can kind of walk you through how I do it, why I do the things that I do. Everything is for a reason. Every step I take has some thought behind it. So Mr. McLean, how are you?
Oh, fine, fine. Right as rain, handsome as ever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Uh, hey, I have a question for you. There is um, wasn't there for Acquisition Air, wasn't there in the beginning an AI script that was available that was non-branded to put in the purpose and the focus of what we were doing, and then it would format it correctly so we could copy and paste it into a new campaign. It appears now that that script is only available on your website, but it's branded. Your smiling face is in there.
Okay, you mean
And
you mean the video?
no, well, no, the actual within the video, there's it's on your web page, and it's not an example of creating a campaign using ChatGPT. It's actually the form for creating the ChatGPT. It's on the Acquisition Air website or the Internet Dominators website, And so for me to, if I was going to walk someone through it and say, look, you can use this,
So you're
uh,
looking for a prompt, right?
I'm looking for a prompt independent of branding. And
Gotcha.
there was one, and there was one before, because I actually used it to test it and create a campaign with the keywords. But now the only one I can find is branded and your pictures next to it on the left.
Okay.
So
So
I guess
if
my question is, yeah,
if it's a script, if it's a prompt, there really isn't any pictures or anything. Its prompt is just a text that you put into Chat GPT to get output.
correct. And there was one, and I used that uh, to do a first campaign, and it was fine. It was just the thing, but I can't find it. But what I did find, as far as that, was the again, it's on the Acquisition Air website. I should have brought it up, or I can stop asking a question and bring up the pages I'm talking. All I'm trying to say is that, is there a prompt, an unbranded prompt that you could point me towards, or that's still available?
That I'm not actually sure. I know we've put a bunch of stuff up in the members area, and Brady has been working on that over the last several months, and he's put a ton of stuff up in there. But I haven't really, like, recently, I haven't gone through there and like seen what all is in there and where everything is.
Okay.
But if that were at one time, if it was there, it's probably still there. There's just a lot of stuff in that membership area now at this point. Uh,
Yeah.
but as far as a prompt, uh, if there's a branded prompt, all you have to do is just change the prompt and it'll do whatever you want it to do. Like
Oh, no. Mhm.
like a prompt, really, you're just giving an instruction to Chat GPT.
Yes. No, I understand. And the place I can find that prompt, that was created by you or someone in Acquisition Air, is on your website, but your picture and name is next to it. And
Okay.
it's a working prompt. And I did a ticket and said, hey, where's the, because Brady
So
or
you mean the
Andy,
output is on the website, not the actual prompt?
there's a form that says, what is your purpose? Who are you looking for? And then it generates in real time. Gosh,
Okay. Gotcha. That was actually something that someone else made. That was something that a third party had developed and gave to us.
okay.
It's actually one of the Acquisitionaire members made that. I'm not sure what software they used for it, but it's a prompt. I think it's a prompt generator. And that is in the Acquisitionaire. But what it is, it's an embed code. So it's not something that we could give you, it's something somebody gave us. And yes, I believe it does have the branding in it. So you're talking about a prompt. It's like a customized chat window is what it is.
Yeah.
So so and I'm not sure what they use to generate it. There's a lot of chat bot generators and all that kind of stuff out available on the internet now. So you are looking to want to put that into your site, right?
No, no, I just a while ago there was a you or somebody associated with this, because it was all about finding the keywords. There was a non-branded chat GTP pre-made prompt to type in who our target was and what the purpose was. It would generate keywords, and this unbranded chat GPT script was actually used in demonstrating. Then you take the keywords it generates and you put it in and you copy it and paste it in the campaign setup. And that was seen, that was available. I used it and I set up my first campaign that way. I went to
Yeah.
go try and find that unbranded chat GTP script, and I can't find it. The only thing I can find is a very similar thing, but it's branded on your site.
Yeah.
And Brady, in the early videos, Brady and Thomas both said, yeah, we have a chat GTP script that's designed for this, and we'll share it with you. There's 2 videos they say, and we'll share it with you.
Yeah,
So,
that I know what you're talking about now. It's in there.
but it's
It's in the members
sure,
area.
sure. It's branded with your, so it's branded with your picture. So if I was walking someone, so I have a client that would say, "Can you walk me through the process? Can you show me how to get keywords?" And if I say, "Sure, let me show you," now I'm on the acquisition air with that branding show, even though I'm a white label.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have it in that capacity, and nor
Okay.
can I give it to you in that capacity because it was given
Okay.
to us.
All right. And the
So
reason I ask is because it was available before, but it's not available now.
it was a test in a generic form.
Okay.
And when we said, yeah, that's really cool, we'd love to put it on our site, then the person did that. And what you're asking for, somebody else just asked for that as well. And Brady just connected the two together. And there was a cost for it because
Mhm.
there's API access and there's data feed costs to run one of those chat windows.
Okay.
So if you want, reach out to Brady and he can connect you. I forget the guy's name that's doing it. I think it's Dean,
Okay. Is
but
there, mhm.
he could build one of those for you with your own brand on it if you want that.
Okay. Is that something we have to, like, if I went into ChatGTP and with my very limited knowledge and tried to build one myself to generate keywords, is that
Yeah, I mean, actually, all you really have to do is just write a prompt. Prompts are very simple. In fact, you can have Chat GPT write the prompt for you.
okay?
Just go into Chat GPT and say, Chat GPT, I need help writing a prompt to generate keywords for yada yada yada. And it'll give you the prompt right there.
Okay. And then
And
I
then
just
you
need,
can take that prompt and you can give it to your customers and say, here's a prompt that you can run in Chat GPT that will help you do your keyword research if you don't know how to do it.
okay.
That would be the simplest, easiest way to do it. Uh,
Okay.
and quite honestly, if it were up to me, that's what I would have done. But Brady got that offered to him, and I just said, "Yeah, that's cool. Put it in."
Okay.
But it's
All right.
definitely not necessary. It is definitely not something that, it's going to be like, "Oh, well, you have that, so you have a huge advantage over me." It's not like that.
Mhm.
It's just a
Mhm.
basic, simple script.
Okay. And then I would need to prompt it or work with ChatGTP so that it formats it. I would have to say, so format it now. And I would ask it to format it so I could just copy it and paste it into the
Mhm.
campaign setup so that it's separated by commas and it fits that format.
Correct, and that's called comma delimited.
Comma delimited. Okay, I'll rewatch this playback and take those suggestions. All right, thanks, John.
Yeah, and you can hit it up at 17 minutes.
Yeah, hit it up at 7. You mean 11 minutes and 20 seconds? In the
Oh,
that's the recording number. See, that's what's important.
oh, gotcha. Okay.
So on the playback, when you play it back, the actual recording, because the timer starts on recording when you start recording. That's why it's so accurate
Yeah, yeah.
to go and find stuff. So I'll go back to like 10, 11 minutes and find exactly that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah,
All right.
awesome. All right, Roy.
Okay, I got a couple of quick questions. The first one starts with a real shout out to Brady and Connie because they provide excellent support and I really appreciate it. But there's one thing we
They are
haven't been
awesome.
able to resolve yet, and that's getting a white label email to go out on the first email that goes to a new client. So they've got the URL and they've got the temporary password. Right now, I can't get that to work other than to use internet dominators, which I prefer not to do,
Sure.
being that it's white label. So I'm wondering, is it possible to pay somebody to do it? Because it's taken a lot of Brady's time and Connie's time and my time. I'd rather just pay somebody to get it done. It's probably going to be
Where
simple for somebody
where
to know
are
what they're
you
doing.
where are you stuck with it? Are you stuck on the SMTP setup?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Who's your email provider?
And it's Liquid Web,
Okay.
and I've got them on the call and they can't figure out why it's not working. So I don't have enough knowledge to be able to explain how to do anything different. But we've got the password, we've got the port, we've got the SMTP information, but yet it still won't send it out. So
Okay. Do you have so you set up an email inside there? I'm actually familiar with Liquid Web, so we could,
oh, great.
if you schedule a private session with me, and we'll just go into your Liquid Web account and make sure it's set up right.
Wow. Okay.
That's a simple thing. I mean, there's only a couple of variables to it.
So what's the best way to set up a private consultation with you?
Just go to the internetdominators.com/schedule.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Now the other thing is pertains to what you were talking about last week with using affiliates to, bring in all kinds of extra business.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to use affiliates to help me bring in more clients for Acquisition Air, and I can't really figure out how I would pay them without just physically going in there and doing it. I can't figure out an automated way to do it, and maybe there isn't any. But what do you suggest?
Gotcha. That was one of the conversations on Monday morning with our dev team. That is actually plated for one of the next rollouts.
Oh, okay.
Is building an affiliate split right into the control panel for you. So, because mine, I mean, I do mine through Kartra, so it's a piece of cake. But I realize, that you guys don't have that integration, so that will be built in. The other thing that we've never had before is actually if you want to give them a split on the leads themselves. So that will be an option as well, is giving them a split on the actual leads, versus all I can do in Kartra is I can just give a split on the platform fees.
Yeah. Okay.
So this
is fantastic.
This will actually give you guys an advantage over me, because all my affiliate stuff's running through Kartra and I can't make that connection with the API. So you guys will actually have an advantage as far as that goes, because I can't offer affiliate on the lead price, but you guys will be able to.
There is so much demand for this that
oh yeah.
I've got to make this thing work quickly.
This is going to be an absolute monster.
My gosh.
Yeah, like at 1 o'clock today, I'm actually doing a live webinar with Damian Zamora. He is rolling it out, and he is just gonna go big. So he's ready. We've just been playing with the first actual presentation deck. Like when I did the rollout for me, I had nothing. I literally showed up on the call and talked about it, talked my way through it, and sold 200 units. So he's actually going to have a live real presentation deck that, looks outstanding. It's way well beyond anything I've ever done myself as far as a presentation deck. I just open up PowerPoint, put the slides in, label them, and I don't do fancy stuff.
Is there any way that I can attend that?
That's like too much like work for me. But with Damien, it's great. He's doing all that work. He has a whole team of, graphic artists and copywriters and, all this stuff. So all I literally have to do is show up, get introduced, and do a little bit of magic and step out of the way and let him make his offer. So that's going to be pretty cool. Is
it possible to attend that?
Yeah. I know Brady's not on the call, but if you shoot him an email, Brady at dominators.com, tell him to get you the link to sign up for Damien's webinar.
Great.
The only link I have is I just have the presenter link, so I can't give that one out. But
right.
What day was that? What day and time?
That's going to be actually today at 1 o'clock, so in an hour and a half.
Okay.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So would you share those links to us?
Yeah, I'm actually going to have the presentation deck once it's done. And yeah, that will be shareable. It's going to be it'll be totally branded to his stuff the way it comes out of the gate, but you know, that's easy to change. And he's calling his instant leads on demand. So that's what he has white labeled it to and renamed it to. So if you see instant leads on demand, that is a prime example of a white label version of Acquisitionaire.
Who's he going after, John?
He's mostly going after the internet marketers, the ones that want to become agencies. That's mostly his audience. He does a lot of stuff. His core business is Go Mobile Solutions. So he sells, like, you know, ability to create mobile apps and sell them to business owners. And so his ideal customer is not the business owner, it's the agency that's selling to the business owner. So he's kind of taken the same model as I do and not work on the end of the can of worms, work up higher on the can of worms. So create
You
an
said
army.
his name is Damien Zamora. Is he related to
Yeah.
Josh Zamora?
I don't think so. I know Josh, but I don't think the two of them are
Related.
related. Not even sure they're compatible. I don't know. They're definitely not interchangeable. But Damien's been around for a long time. He's actually been in the space at least, if not longer than I have, which is saying something. I remember when I had my offices over on PCH, we, between the two of us, we had the most of the whole bottom floor of an office building right on the water over there in Newport Beach. So that was kind of where I knew about him, but that was kind of where I more got to know him, and we've worked on several projects together over the years. So but anyway, yeah, that's going on today. It's going to be exciting because I'll be going through a fresh presentation that I literally have not seen the completed version of yet. And I'll be delivering that presentation live at one. So that's going to be fun. It was funny. I told Damien what I plan to do. And you know, all the presentations he's done over the years, over the last 20 years, I gave him a tip and a trick that he had not heard of yet. And it blew his mind. He goes, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have to do that." And because as we were going through the presentation, like, if you're not familiar with a presentation and you don't know what's coming next, you can get yourself all out of sequence. And you could have already talked about slides that are coming up minutes from now, and it could really throw you for a loop. So, and where I kind of learned this was when I spoke at Glacier Kennedy. They had the monitors, the big screens right down at your feet. The audience could not see them, but you're up on a stage and you got the audience out ahead of you. Well, ahead of them on the floor are these big screen monitors. And really, the only person that can see those is the people on stage. So it's your presentation that's up in front of you. Literally, all you got to do is just kind of glance down and you can see, you know, what you're talking about. Because in a presentation, you have the screens behind you. So it's really, you know, it's not ideal to be looking behind you to see what you're talking about on the screen. So they've got them in front on the floor, and they also, what I thought was really brilliant was they had it in what's called presenter view. And in presenter view, you can not only see the slide that you're talking about, but you can also see the slide deck on the side, so you know what slide's coming up and you know what's ahead of that. So, I mean, that made it so easy for me to walk out on that stage and deliver that presentation, you know, like a master. If it weren't for that, it would have been much more difficult, and I don't believe it would have been near as smooth for me to do it. So based on that experience, now what I do is I go into PowerPoint and I'll put it into print mode, and I will print the presentation in slide deck format. which is 9 per sheet. And it literally prints out, each page has 9 of your slides on one sheet. So if there's, if there's 90 slides, you're going to get 10 pages, and it's got 9 slides per sheet. So I've got those literally sitting on my desk at the bottom of my computer screen. So as I'm giving the presentation, I can just glance down, just like I did live from stage, and I can see what's on the road ahead. It gives me it just gives you like a calm knowing, like you don't have to remember the whole presentation. If you sit there and you think, oh my God, I got to memorize this and I got to remember this, step by step, that's going to drive you batty. You're going to be so worried about fucking up that you are going to fuck up. There's no way around it. You're going to be focused on screwing the pooch, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So when you've got that thing right there, there's nothing to screw up. You know the road ahead, and you can stay on cue. You can stay on task. It also keeps me from going in the weeds. Like if ever I lose track on something and I don't have something to pull me back, I wind up going in the weeds. And you guys know nothing good happens in the weeds. Nothing ever good happens in the weeds. So that's kind of my little secret to presenting. If you're doing webinars, no one will ever see it. It's just like it is in real life. I've said this over and over and over. What works in real life, you can digitize the process. And that's exactly what that is. And it's not even digitizing, it's going reverse. It's going old school for digital delivery. So I'm just, combining the same thing, but it's what worked in the real world for me, having that thing at my feet so I could see the road ahead. And I'm just doing the same thing, just here in reverse. So cool stuff. All right, Rashid, go ahead.
Hello, John. How are you?
Good.
Um, I have a um weird situation, so to speak. I have a few. Hang on a second, John.
I was just gonna say, you being in a weird situation, you're the one that embraces your inner weirdo, so you're right in the right spot.
My my computer audio is not working well, so I'm trying to listen to it through my phone. I have two things going at the same time, and the phone is echoing in my head as I'm talking to you. I have some digital marketing agency. Some are our personal friends and some are referrals that I want to set up or give them an access to set up their own dashboard, so to speak, within my white label. Now, my domain is hosted on your registry. What do I need to do to make sure that it is HTTPS so that it goes through? Because right now it's not. When I punch in my domain name, it says it's not safe and you can't get to it because it's not HTTPS.
Okay, is this with the white label? You've set this up on the white label and
Yes.
Acquisitionaire?
And I put the a name in there, but because it's not HTTPS, I'm not being able to access the a name.
Okay, so the HTTPS, that is a SSL certificate generated from the server side. So I don't know how long ago you set the A record up. Was it just recent?
Yeah, within the month, last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
I transferred the domain to your registry. And it's
And-
not hosted anywhere per se.
that's okay. It doesn't need to be. You just need to go into the DNS records wherever they're housed. If it's on my registry, then that's where you need to check them and just
Uh-huh.
make sure that that A record is in there. It sounds like it is if it's transporting you there and
Right.
just the SSL certificate. Uh, that is something you want to put in a support ticket because Daniel will need to figure out why it didn't generate the certificate for you. There
Okay.
might be a
You mean on the
misspelling or
registry?
something. What's that?
Does the certificate get done from your registry or?
The certificate's done on the software side of the acquisition air. It's on our servers. So it doesn't have anything to do with the domain registry. The domain registry is just where you point the DNS record for your white label. So
Okay.
what happens is when that A record comes in, you've set it up inside your control panel in acquisition air for what you want your white label domain to be.
Yes, we did that with um, Brady when he helped me
Okay.
set that up.
So when that happens, you put it in the dashboard. Now our system starts looking for that A record. Once the A record is generated and it connects, then it knows, okay, we're going to display your white label version on this domain, on this IP.
Okay, he gave us a domain which I put in my DNS settings on your registry. And Brady had set up the white label dashboard with us. And he gave us that a name address, which
Okay,
I
so
put in.
if it's been up for more than 48 hours and you're still getting the SSL error, you need to put in a support ticket because that's a Daniel issue. He needs to go in and
Okay,
figure out why that SSL certificate. It's supposed to be auto-generated.
okay. So go to our acquisition air support and say, hey,
Yeah.
okay,
Put in, this is for Daniel. My SSL certificate is not being generated for my white label.
okay,
And
okay,
because we've had a couple of instances where that's happened, and I don't really know what it is that triggers it to fail. I'm not sure, but I know Daniel has fixed a couple of them and he's familiar with that glitch.
okay. So he should be able to do that. Okay, once that's done, um, what's the best introduction spiel I can use to email them and say, hey, this is something I got. You want more information?
I would use the either the script or the generic video, the little 2-minute video that's on the acquisition air page. There's a
There's a
2-minute
generic video.
generic video that I'd made. It's
Okay,
also up in the members area too, if you want to use it from there. But you can either use the script for that to generate your own, if you want to use your own branded video, like if, let's say you want to create an in video with all your branding on it. You can go in and just use the script that I used, plug it in there and have it do that for you.
okay. And so I can just send them a link to that video and they can watch the video.
Mhm.
And when they're interested, they can go directly into the dashboard from there.
Yes, when you have a white label set up for acquisition air, it will default. Like if somebody goes to that domain, they will go to the login page. It'll say login or create a new account if you don't have one already. And that's basically the link that you would give out is your own domain for them to go in and log into their account.
Right.
And like I said, if they don't have an account, it'll prompt them to create an account. And now you have a new customer in your system.
And then they can set up their own
They
Uh,
could set up their own campaigns, they could put in their credit card, they can do the whole thing. The only thing that your customers will not be able to do is they will not be able to set themselves up as a reseller because you are the reseller to them.
right, yeah,
So they
I
won't be able to
understand
go
that
in there
part.
and like create a white label like what you did.
right. And that option wouldn't be available on my website anyway, so,
Correct, correct. So they would basically be able to go in, you become a lead generation source for them.
right,
So they're coming to you for their lead gen. They're buying the leads directly from you, but they don't get the opportunity to, do it as a white label themselves when they go through you.
okay. So they have to pay my override in order to get the lead rather than getting them directly from you.
Correct.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that made sense. I have to play with it to figure out if it works. If not, I'll shoot you an email
Yeah.
or shoot
If-
Daniel an email or whatever.
If your client base is people like you that want to do white label, your option there would be to get your affiliate link and send them over through your affiliate link directly to Acquisition Air to get a white label account.
No, I would rather just sell it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be, but if you had different clientele,
Right. Yeah,
Like-
these are okay. I see what you're saying.
like when I sell this, if I go out to sell this to internet marketers, they don't want to just buy the leads. They look at everything as a cash generating opportunity.
correct.
So, that's my audience.
Okay,
I'm not going out to the ones that just want to buy leads.
right.
I'm
So
going
I
out.
get out when I share my affiliate link, I get a split on their monthly fee,
Correct.
which is better than nothing.
Yeah. So if you come across somebody and that's just their thing, you have that ability to do that.
Right.
But like you said, you should just want to sell them the leads. So
Okay. I think that answered my question. And if I run into anything, I know where to find you. I know where to find the support. So thank you.
yeah. The other thing too, I'll share with you guys is we put in the ability to have a help desk. Like inside of your app for your customers, you can have a help desk. You can put your own widget in there, and that's built right into your platform. But a lot of people don't have a help desk, nor do they know how to set one up, nor do they know how to manage one. So to make it easy, I figured, there might be an easier way to do that. And you know how I built Becky, right? And now I've got her to answer everybody's questions. So instead of you trying to man a support desk and field all those questions and all that stuff, why not just have a Becky that you can train on the system to answer all those questions for you? So that's what I'm working on right now. And guess what I'm going to call it? The Build a Becky. So you will be able to build your own Becky and have an AI assistant with a widget right on your site. So if you want her inside your control panel, you can plug in the embed code for Becky and you can call her whatever you want. You don't have to call her Becky, but I just thought that was catchy. Build a Becky. It's like Build a Bear.
You have other different image face other than that one?
No, the whole point is. to
I've
build
got a
it.
few.
Okay.
I've been building these. I'll show you how I've been building the images.
To
This is
ChatGPT.
called the artspace.ai. And they've got a lifetime version. You can buy a lifetime version of this thing very inexpensively. And you can just go in here and it's just like a prompt. You put in the prompt and notice I said use base image and I put my original Becky image in there because I didn't want a bunch of crazy stuff, because before I did that, I was getting weird stuff. Most of them I deleted out, but I was getting like some really oddball stuff. And so I put her image in there. And if any of you guys want to like try this out, if you want to like, what would you want her to look like? Put it in the chat and I'll put it in here and I'll generate one and you can see how it works. So if anybody wants to pop into the chat, what you would like your Becky to look like, I'll build her for you right here before your very eyes. So
Dark
How
hair,
about, how about build a Betty?
build a Betty.
Betty.
I'm gonna copy that so I don't lose it. But all right, so red hair. Is this a female you would like? I'm assuming female. Woody wants Asian busty. That it? That all you guys got? Female, red hair, Asian busty?
Long hair.
Oh,
You want curly, wavy, straight?
Wavy.
All right. Anything else? Blue top. All right. I think I've got all your terrorist demands in here now. All right, so it's building it right here. So we'll see what we get. All right. Doesn't really look too busty, but there's your Becky.
yeah, the Becky.
More Asian than red
she's-
hair. Just saying.
Yeah, make it a black hair. Not Asian. That's
Black hair?
yeah, a different, another different image.
Okay. I also put no background.
Make the eyes blue too.
Oh, come on.
Blue
That's-
eye. I
you're
mean,
crazy,
tell you,
Richard.
Black hair.
You're wishful thinking.
dude, you make things that are gonna pop to people. Blue eyes, red hair, and the hair pops. That's what you think. Blue eyes don't matter. You look at my grandson. Blue eyes freaking
Oh,
matter.
I didn't say it didn't matter. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get things that people will make people want to buy.
I agree with you.
And
I put
notice,
that where it says you have, because you have female black long, I'd have female long black wavy hair. I'd move the black word.
yeah, we might get, oh, it did it.
There you go.
All right,
That's
there you
nice.
go.
There you go.
I don't know that we got the.
Hey, that's
blue
mine.
eye.
Nobody gets to use that because I requested the black hair.
Oh,
Those
bro.
are kind of blue eyes.
Oh no, don't put blue eyes. Just leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'll use that one.
we're trying to
That's-
create an assistant, not your sexual fantasy there.
Oh no, that's I already have one here at home.
I do a build.
That's
a
what we
husband.
call that wife.
Well, Tim, to your point, I had a little fun with this a while back.
Yeah, John, we know about your sexual fantasies. Usually Woody's. We hear about them every week. Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, how cool is this to be able to create a unique spokesperson for your business and have her know everything that you know? Like you can literally load up videos, Q&As, Word docs, anything you've got about your business. And then all of a sudden now instantly she knows all of that.
What Coach said there, you should A/B test. All right. I'm looking to hire 2 assistants, ladies and gentlemen. Which one should I hire? Would that be an engagement thing on Facebook or what?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is pretty cool stuff. And you can see I've generated quite a number of these. Different clothes, different.
John, how come some of them look like real people and some of them look like obviously caricature?
Okay, so the deal there is, here's another prompt. So use Pixar style.
Oh, what'd you do?
So then it will create, and sometimes, like, it's not perfect. Sometimes it does exactly what you ask, and then other times you got to do it a couple of times to. But see there now, it's more animate graphic. That's more Pixar. It's like a Disney Pixar character. But the thing is, you
Is
can
this
tell
based
it.
on just that site that you're working on this, John, or is this just a one tool you found, or can this be done on a lot of different AI tools?
This is just one graphics tool that I've found. It's called artspace.ai.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool. You can create, either depending on what level version you get, you can create either 500 images per month or 2,000 images per month. But you can, I mean, the prompt, you could literally do anything you wanted to the prompt. And they've got prompt optimizers here. So if you don't know how to write a prompt, you can, if you want realism, there's a realism prompt. There's there's a bunch of different types of prompts that'll help. Like if you want pixel art, it knows how to write the prompt for that. If you want black and white, if you want to anime. So it's a very cool program.
Yeah, I've been doing with Chat GPT 4, creating a lot of my clients' images, and I've had to specify in there, right, you know what I mean, make the character look more real, make the character look more, you know what I mean, but yeah, it's all the responses are coming up better.
Yeah, you can use like photorealistic and
I know that's the term I need, photorealistic.
yeah, like
So,
here.
John, I got a question for you. So when we set up our so-called Betty or Becky, uh, now how do we proceed with this? When you say we train this on the chat bot, right?
Well, this is actually acting as a chat bot itself.
Right, right. I
So
guess I just need to know the process or something.
so like what I just did was I used the optimizer to optimize this to photorealistic, and look at what it wrote. Create a photorealistic image that exemplifies hyperrealism with a female subject adorned with black wavy long hair cascading naturally over her shoulders. I mean, it's writing the prompt for you here.
Right,
Based
right.
on our initial thing, it added all of this stuff in here. So now let's see what we get based on that prompt.
I like that. I already put them all on Facebook.
I'm never on, I can't even remember the last time I was on Facebook.
So if you have trouble, brainstorming images or generating images, this might be a cool thing to play with. One thing, like I've noticed over the years, like I have a photo background. I used to be in commercial photography for advertising. So in lighting, we spent a lot of time lighting for eyes. Like, see how her eyes are just dead? They're just dark and dead. That's not a good thing. So what I would do is I would add to the prompt bright eyes. I may even use like terminology out of the photo world, like use glamour lighting to light her eyes, because it'll put particular highlights in her eyes that's based on the reflections of the lights based on glamour lighting. So that makes a huge difference to pop. Like Tim was talking about, the blue eyes make it pop. it's not just blue. It's, he's right. Blue eyes are, they're mesmerizing for some reason. But obviously, because
Actually, red hair, fair skin, blue eyes is a worldwide pop. Yeah.
yeah, it's because it's unique. It's like you don't see that every day. So when you see it, it's different. What do we try and do in marketing? Make ourselves different.
I'm gonna stand out.
So so people notice us. So it's the same thing here. You use it everywhere. You use it everywhere you possibly can plug in a good thing in marketing, you plug it in and you take advantage of it. So this is just no different. So I might change the prompt to brighten her eyes and use glamour lighting. I need highlights in her eyes.
Why don't you do that so we can see the difference between the two? Because I mean, it's already right here.
Okay, so let's see where her eyes. Did this take out the blue eyes?
I don't think it said anything about the eyes at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it does further up.
Yeah, because basically we started, all right, and as everybody's adding, this character is getting changed little by little. So, by the time Don's done with this character, it's going to look just like, probably just like you, Libby.
I'll take the waist, the bust. I'll take all of it. Yeah.
All right. So let's see what that does. So it's now generating the new one over here. And you can change the sizing of this image too. If you want, you can drag this out. If you want this to be a vertical image, like let's say you want a full body shot. Yeah, it's not.
Her eyes don't look all that different.
No, there's probably too much stuff in here going on. The prompt has probably gotten too complicated for it to follow all the instructions.
Okay.
But that was one of the things that I was doing when I was generating the initial images, and it made a big difference to make her eyes bright.
Well, look at Katy Perry, she has dark hair, well, usually, and blue eyes, and it's really good.
Let's see.
I did one this week, John, that was I was trying to make for a blog post I had of something about Anthony Bourdain, and I basically made an image of Anthony Bourdain, like he was cooking at a counter. All right, and it wasn't specifically eye on him, but it was so defined that you looked at it. And then I had the same one. If everybody see my Facebook, I did one to go and make me look like Tom Petty again. All right. And that's the one that actually come out. Everybody's seen it on my Facebook. That was the one that created it. Oh, wow.
Well, you got at least
a little bit of glimpse in the one eye, not the both.
Yeah. The other thing it might be doing here is it might be conflicting because it's talking about photorealistic hyper realism, and it might be thinking, well, this kind of woman doesn't have blue eyes.
Well, if you took all that out and took all that out and say, okay, now take this image, can you do that? Take this image and recreate it with, and now you put a new set of.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that.
John, I don't know if this makes a difference, but if you scroll down to the bottom of the prompt, it says hers eye instead of her eyes.
That could. That might be why she only got one eye done. We sent her in for LASIK and said one eye. That could, I could blame that typo on the movie I watched last night called One Love.
Sounds like somebody had a romantic evening at home.
Oh, it's about the Rastafari. Oh God, what's the guy's name? The Rastafari singer guy.
Oh, Bob Marley?
Yeah, Bob Marley. It's about the life of Bob Marley. And the language was awesome. I mean, it was like you totally got what he meant every time he said something, but the words were like all mixed up. It was really funny. So I'll give this one more try here. Let's see what we get with eyes instead of I.
And can you show us how to use the image that's existing and modify it like Tim was saying? Just do an example, please.
No, it still didn't do it. So I think our prompt is conflicting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to you've got too much in the prompt, John. I think you have to take the prompt and start over, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. That's probably what's going on.
Because that's what I did with mine, but I did it on ChatGPT 4, guys. It's not in, I didn't do it in here. And I did it with like, okay, take that image and all right. So I gave it a whole new prompt from the image.
And then Allie, as far as what Tim was talking about, this is the prompt here. Use base image and then just point it to where the image is on the internet. So you would need to upload the image first to somewhere on the internet. Like if you had a WordPress site, you could literally just upload it to a page, and then you can right click on an image and say, save URL. And then you just paste the URL in here of where the image is. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you guys and know that there's a new product in the mix called Build a Becky.
I might buy this one, John.
Oh, cool stuff. I just never stop, it's like, what else can you guys use that'll go along and help? So but notice, like, whenever I come out with something, it's always something that's in addition to be more helpful with. It's not like I'm coming out with just oddball shit to send you guys in all kinds of different directions. It's all based on marketing, and it's all based on either analysis, creation, or traffic. I'm not coming off with off the wall stuff that's out of the norm. It's stuff that is going to be helpful to what you're trying to do. I assume everybody here is here for marketing, right? It's the ACT program. It's learning how to do marketing in one way or another. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys, I've joined a new, I don't know if it's a mastermind. I guess they're calling it a mastermind, but I joined a new mastermind with Perry Belcher. And it's interesting. I didn't join it because I need a mastermind, right? I joined this purely for the connection. And the value is absolutely incredible. I told you guys about this last year at some point when I went to his bot summit. And it was the thing where he was offering all the different programs he was doing. And he was doing it in a different way. It wasn't just to throw out a bunch of stuff to provide massive value so you didn't know what you were buying. It's 12 different programs that if you didn't have a way to make money, you could take any one of the 12 and run it as a business. So what he's doing with this, he's doing exactly with this what I created ACT for. What Perry wants to find the handful of people that are either multimillionaires or going to and want to be multimillionaires, and he wants to work with them one-on-one privately at his house. He realizes the majority are not there. They're not capable. They don't have the mindset. A lot of people that want that haven't made their first dollar yet online. And he doesn't want those people at his house trying to turn them into multimillionaires. He wants to build a gym and see who will go and do the push-ups. So he knows who he wants to work with, right? He doesn't want the ones that are not going to do the push-ups. He wants successful people. So he built this mastermind. This mastermind is not for successful people. This mastermind is for those that want to get there. Possibly even all the way down to somebody that hasn't made their first dollar yet. The whole focus of this mastermind is to get your first million. Make your first $1 million. He's got 12 different products. Each and every one of them is capable of you making $1 million in 12 months with the products. So He's got, and they're all over the board. They're not anything that is connected. Like one, it's a new software he's put out called Letterman. And it's about creating newsletters using AI. The business model is you could create newsletters for any business owner that wants to create a newsletter. Like, look at all the realtors out there. The successful realtors have newsletters. It's a pain in the ass to build and maintain a newsletter. You got to be doing stuff new and different every week, every month, whatever. Letterman does all that for you. It will literally run your entire email campaign, send out the news responses, everything. Does the whole enchilada. So he's got a program around that. He gives you the software, gives you 12 months of training to make $1 million selling newsletters, all on autopilot using AI software. That's an example of one of the 12. He's got another one called Print on Demand. He literally will sell you a printing thing that will print on demand, and you can go into little niche markets and serve little niche markets stuff things that are not available. Like, he's got all kinds of examples and stuff of where to do this, how to do it, why to do it, all of that. He also gives you access to his 2 bot summits per year. And basically this mastermind is $3,000. It's not like his 50,000 mastermind. That's what he wants. He wants to comb people in to go into his $50,000 mastermind. That's his goal. This is a stepping stone to, we're building Becky's. He's building millionaires that he can fleece the flock and take them up the ladder. So he wants $50,000 customers, not 3,000, but he's doing this to build them. So it's a really cool program.
Is that his Driven mastermind or his War Room mastermind?
Neither. Driven is his big one.
Okay.
So this is to create people for Driven. War Room went away. War Room is no more.
Okay.
War Room was the original $50,000 mastermind between him and Ryan Dice and Kern and the syndicate, basically. So the syndicate has broken apart. The syndicate has gone their own ways. Some of them have teamed back up.
Mel Gibson took care of them, huh? Remember that movie? Mel Gibson took care of the syndicate.
So anyway, Perry is forming his new syndicate right now. And I wanted to be a part of that. And I also wanted the connections. Like inside that group, Perry is awesome. I mean, he'll do anything that you need done when you're inside his little cubby. So my goal, like I said, it was not to be a mastermind member. It was not to go and buy a bunch of new products to do other stuff. I've already got my stuff. What I want is the connections. I want to go in there and say, Perry, you know what I'm doing? Who would you attack as far as affiliates? And basically, I've already got that out of him. He's got this new relationship with a company called Digistore. And Digistore is an affiliate network, kind of like ClickBank, kind of like JVZoo, but it's the new up and comer. And if you're a product developer, you can put your products in the Digistore and you have an army of affiliates on staff there ready to promote your products. If you are an affiliate and you want the best products around to promote, you can sign up to Digistore as an affiliate and you can get access to all of these products from major marketers. And they've already done a lot of the swipe copy for you. They've done the marketing. They've already figured that out. So you don't have to figure out the marketing. You just have to take their marketing message out, connect it with a traffic source, and make yourself a ton of money. So I've already gotten, great value just from that connection. Now the Digistore thing, Perry's running a thing right now where it's $10 a month to be in the Digistore mastermind, where him and his new partner, Chad, Chad Nicely. That's his new tech guy. That's the one he's partnered up with on all the tech for all this stuff. And those two now are running this thing through Digistore, where basically it's a training program to show you how to be a super affiliate for 10 bucks a month. There's no upfront fee. It's literally 10 bucks a month right out of the gate. And they're showing you how to use Digistore, either if you want to be an affiliate or you want to put your stuff on there as an affiliate. Now, he's coupling that with his other mastermind where he's got his 12 things to sell. So you could literally have an unlimited sales stream to sell your shit when you build it. So it's a really cool, like once I really got my head wrapped around what he was doing, he's giving you the software for all 12 of these things. It's $3,000 a year for the group, for the mastermind. And he's not charging you for the software. He's not charging you for the training. He's giving you everything for free as part of this $3,000 mastermind. Now, if you get in there and you start using the software he's put very high prices on to keep everyone else out. But let's say you drop out of the mastermind, you're going to lose access to the software that's making you $1 million a year at the end of the year. So regardless, if he's successful and he gets you making money, he's got you for $3,000 a year for the rest of your life. It's a brilliant plan. It's absolutely brilliant. And he's providing the value behind it too. Like, why would you want to get out if you've got a software he's given you that's making you $1 million a year? Why wouldn't you continue to pay the $3,000? Why would you even complain about that? Right? He's building a perfect mousetrap with this thing. I've learned a lot just by watching him do it. He's also originally, he told me, I asked him, I said, dude, I could sell the shit out of this. Do you have an affiliate program? And he told me no. Well, now he's got one and it's 50%. He's got a 50% affiliate for getting people to sign up for this thing. So if you have people that that want to make money online, don't have any idea how to do it, you could literally throw them over the fence to them and make yourself $1,500 a year every time somebody signs up for this thing, because you get 50%. He's only doing that with the charter members that get in on the first wave of what he's doing. Everybody after that, they'll get a one-time affiliate, and I don't think it's going to be 50%. So it's a really cool thing he's putting together. He doesn't really have all the links together and everything yet. That's probably going to come in the next 30 days or so. So if any of you guys are interested in it, or you want to become affiliates of it, or whatever, I'll have that for you. So it's really good stuff though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's awesome. So, all right, let me get to Sue here real quick. I'm running out of time. I'm not going to be able to take this all the way to 1 because I've got that webinar at 1, but go ahead, Sue.
John, I'm changing my model of my business because what happened, I love to create stuff. So I kept on creating, and then marketing everything separately was taking too much of energy. Even if I hired VAs, it was too much of stuff. So what I did, I created PLR so that people can actually sell my e-courses and they can make money. And I'm also creating membership where I'm putting all my stuff. And now actually I'm thinking I should put acquisition air also in my membership, because this is a membership of people who want to start business, aspiring entrepreneurs. So they will be looking for leads also. So I have a private jet. I don't have a white label or something. So maybe I think I should upgrade, and I think I should give access to my members, because actually the moment I change my model, people have started showing interest. I am not actually selling it yet because my membership portal is not totally set, but it should be set by the end of this month.
Okay.
So any ideas for that? Because I think people will be interested in getting leads, because I'm providing everything else and you provide leads. So everything will be, I think, totally I think they can really get started fast and start making money immediately. So
So
that's
the-
my first question. Second question, basically, okay, if you want to answer this first, I'll go on
Yeah,
second
yeah.
later.
Yeah, so with that, basically, you have to decide how you want to work with them as a customer. If you want to offer the software for them to purchase leads through your software, then the white label is the way to go. If you don't, that I mean that's a major commitment because you're supporting it, you're supporting a bunch of customers, all that. If you just want to make the passive money and just pass them off, then you could offer it as an affiliate and send them over to Acquisition to buy it through there and just get the affiliate commission. So it
I
just
think I would prefer to be affiliate right now because I just have too many projects going on. I really don't want to
Yeah. So
increase my
that's
number of projects. Means I just have too many things. So
yeah. So that's easy. That's much easier because you basically put a landing page together and a link, call to action, send them through your affiliate link, and you just get the mailbox money.
so I can do that even with the private jet
Oh,
because right now I have
yeah.
private jet. Okay, so I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
I will do that, and I would be really that would be really good even for them, for me, for you, everything. I think it is a win-win-win all the way.
Yeah.
So second question, do you have any new training for acquisition in ACT?
All the training for Acquisition is inside the Acquisition portal.
Okay,
So it's
so you're
all
not putting anything in ACT.
no, we've talked about it. I mean, it winds up being a conversation piece on the call quite a bit, but we have specific calls for Acquisition um, and we'll probably have another one here pretty shortly. I know Brady wanted to do them weekly. I think probably once every other week is probably more appropriate because the idea is not to inundate you and overload you. The
Okay.
idea is to help and support. And I think every couple of weeks that should
I
work.
think I'm missing those trainings because I don't get the
Well,
email. I have to change my email at the Katra. I think I should change that because I'm not getting any reminders or anything. So I have to
yeah,
change that.
you want to
Yeah.
put your best email that you actually receive mail at in your membership area. Otherwise, you won't receive any.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any reminders. The
Yeah.
third thing, basically, yeah, I'm interested in the webinar which is coming up. Yeah, so that webinar you said I'm interested in attending that. And the fourth one, I'm also interested in. You mentioned about the affiliate marketing, that $10 per month plan with your mastermind.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna get all the links to that stuff as soon as they release them. It's probably gonna be in the next 30 days. I'll get all that for you guys.
yeah, so these are my 4 questions, and I'm done. And yeah, I'm totally actually excited and interested, and every time I learn new, whenever I come on your calls, means that it's all the time, everything something new, and it's very, very exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, for a lazy, slow moving guy, I sure move fast, don't I?
Actually, lazy people find out the best possible ways because that is what I learned from my daughter. She said, I'm so lazy, and that's why I find the best possible way to get the things done.
Yeah,
So,
that's actually there was a quote. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was from Bill Gates, and he was using this in a training session with his people, and he said, if you want to get it might have been Steve Jobs, but I think it was Bill Gates. But basically, the gist of it was if you want to get something very complex done in the fastest, most efficient way, you find the laziest person on the team and you put them in charge of it. They will figure out a way to get the job done in the fastest, most efficient ways with the least steps involved. And that just describes me to a T.
yep. And they delegate really well.
Yeah. I mean, I used to actually despise working with my father. My father was an engineer, and oh my God, you had to take 10 steps to take one step. And I just couldn't stand that. So if I was ever going to do a project with him, I would make damn sure that I had 90% of it done before I called him in. I mean, it was the only way I could survive. I just couldn't. I literally just couldn't deal with that. So,
Thank you.
and fighting him wasn't an option. So it was like you were going to do it his way or you weren't going to do it. And so, all right, Mr. Woodrow.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I had an artist design a logo for me, for my music company, and I want it on everything. Like when I send out an email or, even to get some of it printed up for snail mail. How the hell do you do that? I have a picture of it. Then what?
You literally just incorporate it into everything. It's just a logo, right?
That's right.
So I had somebody just ask me that just like the beginning of this week, and it was Daryl, who I don't think he's on here right now, but he's part of the group. He was asking me, he goes like, how do I put this like on all my documents, my Word documents and all that stuff? And I told him my advice to him was I would go to Fiverr and ask for a template. Go in there and just say, hey, I need a Word doc template that has my branding on it. So it'll make all of his documents look fancy. And, you know, I told him this, and then I was sitting there and I realized, shit, I don't even have one of those myself. And here I'm telling him to go do that. So what I did after I finished the call with him, I said, all right, I'm going to lead by example. Next week when I talk to him, he damn well better have one of these done because it literally took me 2 minutes to do it. I went on to Fiverr. I found somebody to format a Word document for me into what I wanted. And it was a 1-day job, and I'll show it to you. I placed the order Tuesday. I had it back Wednesday. And here it is. It's simply just a Word document that's got my logo at the top. It's got my color scheme. And all I did, my instruction, my prompt for this was go to my website, look at my color scheme, grab my logo, and make me a letterhead that I can use in a Word document. So this is a Word document. It's pre-formatted. Notice it's got a header up here. If you double click, this header is like pre-printed into the Word document. So you can change any piece of it. I can see how he built it. He put all these color pieces in here. And you know, there's the logo. So if I want to change the logo, and then that's the header. See how it's got a header in Word? So that header literally will be on every page. So if I create a second page, there it is. It just starts the new page. And create a third page. So as your document goes multiple pages, it's all built right in for you. It's also got the footer. So there's the footer, there's the header. If you want to change this, you can edit this footer. When you edit the footer in the template, now that's your template. So that's one way to do it. Anything that you're printing, just go get yourself on Fiverr. This cost me 15 bucks. It was a $15 thing. They had them as low as $5, and they had them, you know, all the way up. But I picked a simple one, 15 bucks, took 1 day. And now I've got a pre-formatted Word document. Now all my stuff, anything I put in Word now looks professional. So same thing with social media. You know, you want to go into all of your social media channels, update your logos, just anywhere you can put a logo, put a logo. Pretty basic stuff. So, and that's branding. You know, when you show up without your brand, you're not branding. You're just showing up. It's when
Don, will you put that on your slide presentation, your logo on like the upper lower left or something?
Yeah. A lot of my slide decks will have, depends on who I'm doing it for. If I'm doing a slide deck for a presentation for somebody else, I'll usually either put theirs or not put anything at all. But if I'm doing one for myself, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to brand every every one of those. Usually you'll put it down in the footer. Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, and just wondering what your advice is on getting the new logo for Woody vectorized and having a transparent background version as well.
Yeah, you can do that. Like Fiverr is a great place. If you don't have any graphical skills, there's AI programs now that can do that. But again, you got to have some skill set to, to do any kind of graphic stuff. You got to have something, under your belt there. But Fiverr, you don't have to have any skill set. You have to open up Fiverr and ask for what you want. And, they'll send it to you. If it's not right, you send it back and you say, no, I want it this way or that way, or, whatever.
So you're submitting the work of art to them, and then they write code or something? What?
Well, like what Jim was talking about was when you get a logo, usually it's got a white background. It's usually a JPEG. Sometimes you'll want it to float on a colored image. Like on my website, I've got the blue header. So I don't want like a white block in the middle of my blue header with my logo on the white block. I want the logo to float in the blue background. So you have to have the background clipped out of it and turn it into a ping file, either a ping or a GIF with a transparent background. And that's something like somebody on Fiverr can do that in a snap.
You can also go to Google and just remove background, throw your image in there to the place, and it'll remove the background for you and
Yeah.
put it out. I mean,
yeah, but again, you got to have a skill set for that. You got to know what you want. Where in Fiverr, you can literally just go in and say, hey, I need this done, and you don't have to figure it out. So
Yeah,
there's a ton of ways to figure it out. Like if you ever want to figure something out, just go to YouTube and ask YouTube, how do I do this? And it's like having Richard there. Richard could tell you how to do it, but if it's the middle of the night, he's sleeping. He's gonna be pissed if you call him and ask him, hey, how do I get rid of a background? YouTube doesn't care. You can ask it any time of the day or night, and it'll tell you exactly step by step if you want to learn how to do stuff. But if you don't, just go on somewhere like Fiverr and ask for what you want. Don't worry about it. So, all right, Allie, go ahead.
Hi, John. Thank you for this. I would like you to post your Perry Belcher affiliate link. I'm very interested in this because Rich and I are looking at different businesses, and I was wondering if you have access to that list of 12. I know you just said create a newsletter. I'm just because we are definitely in looking at different ways to generate income like right now. So
Well, he's got one that's called Rapid Software Development. It's showing you how to create SaaS software using no code AI. He's got the print on demand. He's got one where he shows you how to create memberships and associations. He's got another one that is the workshop model, which is how to create digital products. He's got selling AI as one. He's got another one about selling products and phone services. He's got another one about email, SMS, and bots. He's got one about sales letters and VSLs. He's got one about doing quiz funnels. And all this stuff is like things that you could do as services for other businesses and create $1 million business out of any of these. And then he's got one called local marketing services. So it's all based around service. Everything it's got in there is all about serving the business community. It's all themed, it's all relevant. One would work with another. Like you might bundle 3 or 4 of these up around a business and create a whole business out of what he's given you. He's got software for everything. It's pretty cool what he's putting together.
yeah, it sounds you always know how to present things.
Yeah, I don't have the affiliate link for it yet because it's not up yet. They haven't really finalized the program. And they're putting it onto that new platform, that Digistore platform. That's how they're going to run the affiliate program through there. but there's going to be special links where if you sign up through the special links, you're going to be considered a founding member and you'll get all the founding member benefits, which is huge. So I will be able to get any of you guys in as a founding member through that link once I get it.
Okay, thank you. And then, you know, I know you always help us with everything. Do you have any idea of like what is the best way to combine a few of those, or would you recommend just focusing on one and getting it done?
I would do
That's
one. I'd do one and get it done, honestly.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And
Because
then,
it's
you know,
Rich is
if you're already up to speed, you know, and you're really nimble at this, then, you know, bundling them makes sense, but not out of the gate. If you're just
yeah.
trying to get something up out of the gate, you need to get something up out of the gate.
What do you think would be the best and most, like, you know how John, you say pick the most profitable segment? I'm
Yeah.
really learning from you. What because Rich and I want to do exactly what you and Perry are up to.
That's exactly what he shows you. He doesn't make you figure it out. He's just going to tell you what the most profitable places are.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
No
yeah,
matter what of the 12 that you pick, he just
yeah,
like it's like getting on a boat knowing where it's going. Like
yeah,
the captain is leading the way.
yeah, exactly. I mean, his goal is to get you to $1 million in 12 months. And he actually has a guarantee on it.
Wow.
He gets me to $1 million in 12 months. I'll tell you, he'll be my captain for sure.
So it's pretty awesome. It is a really incredible program. But he knows if he gets you to $1 million in 12 months that you're going to step up and you're going to be part of his driven mastermind at 50 grand or whatever he's charging for it. That's his goal.
Well, that would be a worthy tithe to say thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, it's an absolute, Perry is really, really smart. He is a really good marketer. And, you know, just watching what he's doing, there's a lot of lessons to be had from it if you're really paying attention. So, Brady, go ahead.
What's up, John? Hey, two questions. So I apologize, didn't make the first of the meeting. I'm getting blown up about Damien's link.
Yeah, actually, do you have a link for people to join that?
So good news is I'm assuming it's going to be recorded. Myself or you could probably get a recording. All I have is a panelist link. So I don't have just a regular participant link.
Okay, I was wondering if you can get one from Damien or one of his.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was good for you and get confirmation from you before I do that. So.
Hey guys, I could forward one to you. I've got an invitation. I'm part of his group from a long time ago. So I'll shoot it over. Brady, I'll shoot it to you and John, and then you guys can forward it on.
Actually, can you just put it in the chat right now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can try to do that.
Everybody,
if not, Matt, just email it to me and I can get it to John or whatever whatever. The second thing, John, is I've had a question. A couple actually people reach out to me directly in the chat here regarding the revenue share that I assume you talked about earlier, which I was not on for. Obviously, I know we've talked about it.
Yeah.
I just want clarification for other people from you as to who's going to service that quote unquote revenue share referral. Because the affiliate is totally separate, right? That's basically saying, hey, here's Internet Dominators Acquisition Air. Here's the business. You guys service it. I just want to collect mailbox money with the upfront setup fee and the monthly fee. But sharing in the revenue, I'm assuming that being in a white label, they're servicing that client. So just to sit back and say, I'm not going to be able to do anything and let this client just buy leads and I'm going to sit back and have mailbox money. From understanding, John, we need to clarify there that, hey, you need to still understand how the system works because you're going to service that client.
Correct. Yeah. And I think I was clear on that when I put it out originally. I don't know if you were on the call for that. But
yeah.
Basically, if you just want the mailbox money, that is on the platform itself through Kartra. So if you want to refer Acquisition Air and just be hands off and just get the referral fee for the monthly fees on Acquisition Air, that is our affiliate program. So what Brady's talking about is what I had mentioned earlier is on a future version of Acquisition Air, we'll have affiliate program built into it for you guys. Like if you want to promote that as giving out referral fees to your customers or your referrals, you would be able to do that, through your own program. But we don't have the real details on that yet, but you'd be able to do it on the actual lead costs as well as the platform fees inside the program, inside your white label.
Got it. Okay. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page because I know we've talked, but the person had said, so I can just refer business and get paid to do it. And I'm like, if you don't know the system, that may not be your best option because we're not going to service those clients for you. You need to know the system.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was pretty sure I was clear on that, but,
Okay.
but yeah, doesn't hurt to reiterate.
Well, from the message, there was not that clarification from that person. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, or two people actually. So, okay.
No worries. No worries. All right. So Chris,
John, I have, oops, I'm sorry. I don't see the hand.
I'll do Chris and Allie, and then I got to hop on to get ready for this webinar.
All right. Hey, John, I have a quick question. Do you have an update on the Kartra integration as far as leads going directly from the once they're acquired going into Kartra into our
I don't have a date. The update is it's in process.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
anything with programmers, there's no way I can give you an actual physical date, but it's on the very front burner.
That's cool.
It's
And
literally one step behind Go High Level, and Go High Level is in process. It's like the one they're actively working on right now.
Hey,
Okay,
John,
I just thought I'd check, but I'm sure when it comes out, you'll definitely let us know.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for all your hard work.
John, thank you. I have that question last week was answered by you, but using the testimonial. But I was gonna ask if someone can have some more testimonial and send the pictures as well. If I could use their picture on my site, and I'll put in my email here. If they can send me the testimonial and pictures to use, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, anything that we've got for you guys to use, Brady's been putting up in the members area. And if there's anything in there, basically you can use.
Thank you.
So if he's put it up there, that's available for you guys to use. You can, rebrand however you like and all of that.
Yeah, I would like to ask people that has the testimonial, and if they can include the pictures, that would be great.
Yeah. Also, if any of you guys have a testimonial either of yourself or of one of your customers, and they're okay with us sharing it, that would be awesome. Because we're trying to stack up the proof. I mean, we all know this thing works, but somebody new coming in, it's like everything else. You've heard all the claims.
Yeah, I have I have two staff that have been using it, and they're actually coming in. The leads are doing real well.
Cool. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, Allie, and then we're going to wrap it on down.
Yeah. Thank you, John. I know you got to go.
Sure.
I just, we're very interested in your Perry Belcher system. So if we, well, number one, if we signed up and we said John Limbacher recommended us, would you eventually be able to get that affiliate? Because we always want to give you the love.
They literally don't have it in place yet. You can sign up. I mean,
so would we wait for you and still get all the bennies, or what should we do?
Yeah, if you want all the benefits of being in the founder thing, then you need to wait for that link. And it's not too far out. I think they'll probably have it, here in the next couple of weeks.
So we could wait for you to get your link and then sign up?
Yeah, yeah. It's not like you're going to miss out on anything. You get a full year from whatever date you start. This is going to be an ongoing program for him. But he's only going to lock in like founding members for the first so many.
Right. And then let's just say Rich and I are going to go look. Is it like perrybelcher.com? Like, where would we look, John? Just to look at it.
Yeah, I don't even know. He usually doesn't put stuff out. Like, he emails stuff out. He's a very grassroots marketer.
All right.
So I'll have stuff for you. I'll have stuff for you very, very shortly.
Okay, so then we could get our squares in a ducks in a row, whatever. And then last but not least, let's just say Rich and I agree on one program. Is it a lot of money to implement? Like, do you need more money to play the game, so to speak? You know what I mean? Like the bots, when you and I talked, you were like, Allie, it would be good to have at least.
Is it going to cost tens of thousands of dollars, or is it something you can do with your laptop and a couple apps type thing?
Yeah, this is something he's going to show you how to do on a bootstrap budget.
Okay.
It's basically taking you from nowhere to your first million. So it's not like a lot of these other marketers of, oh, you know, you buy the $17 thing and then it's $5,000 by the time you wrap up.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not going to be like that.
Oh, thank you so much, John. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he's literally given a lot out in this thing. It's like I couldn't believe it when I saw the stack that he's putting together for it. It's like really?
That's cool.
What was the
Yeah.
name of the program again, John? Exactly. What was the name?
I don't even know that it's got a name for it yet, but I'll have all that stuff for it. I'm gonna try and get it for next week. I'll see what I can come up with.
All right. Well, thank you, John.
'Cause they were
really
talking about having those links put out on this week's call when they did this week's call. So I might have them for you by next week.
Thank you. That would be awesome. All right. Have a great webinar, and
All right.
we'll look forward to seeing that replay too.
All right. Well, any of you, if you want to see that, the link is in the chat right now. Before we close out, go ahead and grab it. And
Thank you.
we'll
Thank you.
see you on there. So have a great week, and we'll be back same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Thank you, John.